Alright, today game. Don't crash. Don't Y'all can't see it, but like my game's getting ready to like crash. Alright, well my game crashed. Alright, today I'm gonna be doing Texas. Oh my god. Alright, today I'm gonna be doing Texas. Don't mind that voice crack. So I did skip Martinsville and I got 33rd. But the reason I actually did it, but I am not going to upload the video to YouTube because for whatever reason in the recording you could not hear me. In the Auto Club video you could hear me just fine. In the Martinsville video I did not change any OBS settings and you just could not hear me like at all. I was very quiet.
Greatest cathedrals of speed. Mike Joy and Darrell Waltrip welcoming you to Texas Motor Speedway and the Samsung Mobile 500.
Mike, you hit the nail on the head. This joint is bad fast. It's one of the fastest tracks on the circuit. It's also one of the biggest races. Everybody comes here, they want to win those cowboy hats and shoot those six shooters.
Carl Edwards has 3 wins here, 5 drivers tied with 2 apiece.
Yeah,
What does he say right there? Shoot those scissors. That's all I hear. I have no idea what he's saying.
Let's find out who's best in Texas.
Alright, there you go. I gotta turn down the brake blast because I'm sure someone turned it up. Yep. Alright. Try not to crash on lap 1. That's my goal for this race, is don't wreck on lap 1. Okay, well I'm about to wreck Paul Menard on lap 1 because he wanted to cut me off. Oh, Dirty Air. This track is like Dirty Air's, and I wrecked on lap 1. Alright, well Dirty Air's a big factor is what I was gonna say. Ow! Alright, y'all can stop hitting me now. Alright, anytime. Ow, damn. That was totally my fault. I just turned myself. But damn, that hurt. Ow. I got hit pretty good a few times. Damn, they never stopped hitting me. Alright. Well, that's like the 4th race in a row that I have crashed within the first few laps.
Okay, boys, be safe and smart. Here we go. Nice pit stop right there.
Alright, so we're gonna have to do I'm gonna have to do what I did at Auto Club and just come from last to first. Alright, that is very illegal, but we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Alright, Paul Menard, enough of you cutting me off. Wow, that was scary. I almost turned myself again. Whoa! If I hit this guy one more fucking time. Oh my god, move, Paul! Get low, okay. Oh wow, holy checkup. Alright, we're just gonna pretend like I didn't cut through the grass. Shit. Well, I thought I was making up a bunch of spots. And then Eric Amarola fucking jump scared me. Yeah, this is going to be a rough race. I love this track, but God, this is going to be rough. man, dirty air is crazy at this track. You get so loose but tight at the same time anytime you get like behind someone like that. But I gotta say, the racing, even with the dirty air, the racing is great at this track. Oh wow, I just slammed on the brakes. Brad Keselowski really slowed down in front of me.
Leader 6 seconds ahead. Inside. There you go. Car inside at your door. Put it on the low side. We can do this. Gotta keep focused. Keep it low. Keep it low.
Oh!
3 wide.
But they keep checking up in front of me. Oh my god! Ow! No! Damn it! I was finally doing good again, and I'm wrecked again. Okay, that was not my fault that time. I don't think. Hold on, let me watch it again. Yeah, I was so hard on the brakes, trying not to wreck them, and yeah. All right, yeah, that was not my fault. They were 3 wide and got in the wall right in front of me. I tried to slow down, and I just couldn't in time.
Make it count, boys. Be ready. Be ready.
So from what I remember, no one pitted behind me, so I'm probably gonna restart last again. Yeah. All right.
Nice job, boys. Great pit stop.
Okay, it's time to
Oh, I meant to check where Greg Biffle is,
do this.
cause he's like he's my rival this season. Me and him have been into dominant cars. I don't even remember. Someone won at Martinsville, and it was the first time neither me or Greg Biffle won. I don't remember who it was. I think it was a Hendrick car, but I don't remember who it was. It might have been Junior, actually.
Stay low.
Alright, let me go low.
Coming high. 3 wide. Too high.
Oh, wow. This is really sketchy. I mean, 3 wide, 3 by 3 by 3, and they're checking up. Man, I'm going low. You don't get a penalty for cutting to the grass here, so if I have to do it, I will.
Clear up high.
This is really sketchy. I don't like being here. Okay. Fucking idiots. Ow!
Low side's clear.
No caution for that? No, that'll, yeah, we're gonna make that a caution. And then I just keep getting wrecked.
Give me a fast stop here, guys.
So I like how that last caution, like, I had to cause a caution because they didn't throw the caution. But if you go watch the Phoenix video, they like tapped the wall like 3 times and they called it a caution every time. Okay, where is Greg Biff? All right, so Kyle Larson's leading. Where is the Biff? 27th. All right.
Awesome job, guys.
And once
Great
again,
teamwork.
restarting dead
Get back in
last.
the rhythm. Let's go get these boys.
Start the tail of the field.
No, Austin Dillon's actually my op for that though.
Let's do this now.
Like he just stopped in front of me going into the corner. There's no one in front of him. He just slammed on the brakes.
Looking really good, buddy. Nice pass, man. Keep
All
working.
right. Oh my God, they're checking up. Sorry. We're 4 wide. I don't like this. Thankfully, this track is pretty wide, but sometimes it's not wide enough. Don't stop in front of me. All right, I had to slam on the brakes again.
Got your door up.
Hey, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Whoa! What was that for? He slammed on the brakes.
Really good. Come on, man.
Oh, there's Greg Biffle right behind him. I think I honestly still have a chance of winning this race just because I'm so fast here.
Car outside you.
But I don't know, because the leaders are also really fast here. So There's usually like 3 or 4 cars that'll just be so far out in front, and we're wrecking again. Jeez, dude. Alright, well, at least I didn't really get caught up in it that much that time. Boyer just stuck it in my hole. I love that Kyle Busch paint scheme. That's one of my, honestly, underrated ass paint scheme. That's one of my favorite paint schemes of all time. Which is weird because it's an ugly green, but I love it. Whoa, I got a lot of tire spin on that restart. This is the highest I've been all race. Dude, Paul Menard has been with me like the whole race. This dude won't leave me alone. Alright, I'm going to let off way early before the corner so they don't brake check me. I'm expecting a checkup down the front stretch, and I can't really avoid it because I'm on the outside. Alright, well, Carl Edwards was really the only one who checked up. Alright, top 10. See, this is why I said I think I still have a chance of winning this race. Ooh, wow, that was kind of scary. Oh, sorry, I just totally hit Kenseth for like no reason. I didn't really mean to. Just came right down into him. What is Danica Patrick doing up here? Well, thank you for slowing Kenseth down so I can get down here. What is she doing? Michael McDowell's up here too, and okay, never mind. I think this is just a part of pit strategy because you got Bobby Labonte, Michael McDowell, Danica Patrick, Trevor Bayne. For some reason, AJ Allmendinger is like OP in this game, so I'm not really surprised he's up here. All right, top 5. Good corner. That was a nice corner. I'm gonna go to the outside. Sorry. Trevor kind of squeezed me into the wall a little bit. I didn't really mean to hit AJ, and then Trevor definitely just squeezed me into the wall. What a weird top 2. Michael McDowell, Danica Patrick. Alright, so I'm gonna go to the bottom here. Alright. I can't run the bottom in the corner, so she's gonna come back on the outside. And I gotta let off. And I totally just put her in the wall, didn't I? Nope. That was very close to hitting the wall. See, this is great racing. She's running the top and kind of like forcing me to use the bottom, but I'm not good on the bottom. I can catch her, but I'm like really struggling to pass her. But it's possible. It's just very difficult. I'm gonna drive it in really deep and kind of got sideways, and that slowed me down a lot. Man, it is. I cannot get past Michael McDowell and Danica Patrick. This is weird. And I tried to run a different line, and Jeff Gordon got under me. Caution. Oh, what happened? Oh, Bobby Labonte just wrecked himself. And did he overcorrect? Yeah, into Greg Biffle. Oh, watch out. Kyle Busch hit him. Oh, that looked like he came down right in front of Josh Wise. I'm going to stay out and take the outside. And the reason I stayed out is because I want to stretch out my gas as long as possible so then I only have to pit one more time. Because if I pitted now, then I'd have to pit again. But by staying out, I think I can stretch out my tank and only have to pit one more time. I'm hoping. That's what I would like to do. And that's why I chose the outside. hit the bump. There's a bump before turn 1, and it'll really mess up your corner. Yeah, I had to back off a lot.
Watch your mirror. He's coming up fast. Watch your rear.
Yeah, that bump will mess up your corner because it gets your car kind of loose. It also just kind of shoots you up the track. So now Cole Witt has caught me.
Inside's clear.
Alright, I'm not going to pit this time by. I'm going to pit next time by.
Stretch this out a little bit.
That's what I wanted to make it to. I wanted to make it to lap 35 before I was confident in making it all the way. So I should be able to. And this car's starting to pit now. So it's a pretty good time to pit.
Gotta have you on pit road this lap, buddy.
And sorry I'm clearing my throat so much. Like, the pollen in Georgia's really fucking with my allergies.
Watch your speed. No penalties, buddy.
Don't spin out. Okay, that could have been bad.
You need some fuel lines. Okay, we need some boost here. In and out. Let's go.
Sorry.
Now that's one of the fastest of the day. Also more
Alright, there's like no one behind me. I'm just gonna go into the track.
Great, buddy. Caution's out. Back
Yep.
down.
And I was right. I was right. On the backstretch, somebody pulled up in front of the cars and called. It was McMurray. Right here. That's exactly what I predicted. Damn, that was laggy. But that's literally what I predicted. On the backstretch, going into turn 3, someone's going to pull up in front of them. Cause caution.
Pit road's now open. What do you want to do?
Shit. Okay, well, I didn't need that. So is that going to keep me a lap down? Or am I going to get... Okay, I got the lucky dog. But I'm 31st. I have to go from 31st... What the hell? 31st to the lead in 4 laps.
There you go. Lucky
Thanks, Jamie McMurray.
lap back.
That fucked my race. I can still get a good finish, but I heavily doubt I'm winning this race.
Car outside. Trying to get to your corner.
In my mind, there's almost like a 0% chance that I'm able to come back.
One up top. Still outside. Stay on the bottom. Car up high.
Oh, and by the way, if Jimmy McMurray ends up finishing higher than me, I will wreck him next week.
3 1. Ready to go. Clear left side. One up top. Stay down. Car up top.
So, a lap and a half later, I haven't gained 1 position.
Three wide.
Alright.
Too high.
Well, there's a checkup. There's Greg Biffle. Okay, I guess I hit him. I didn't think I did, but I guess I did. And I hit whoever else that was, Michael Annette.
Clear up high. Car 3 back. The final lap.
Alright. What the hell?
Come on, buddy. Watch your outside. Wide.
Fuck. No, bro. Oh,
Car's just DNF.
oh shit. Oh my god, Paul Menard is dead.
Car approaching
Wait,
high.
go. Ah, fuck you.
Side. Got your door. That's him. Let's chase him back down.
Go, go. Literal. Oh my god, that's the biggest wreck I've ever seen at Texas. Not really, but on the last lap where there's no caution. Oh my car is fried. Go. 19, literally 20th on back just crashed. Well, 19th on back technically, because I also crashed, but
520. That's cool.
No, 17th on back because it got my position wrong. What the hell happened?
Weekend, buddy. You just need to build on it come race day.
Alright, I'm going to give a little rundown of what happened here on the last lap. So we're going down the front stretch here. And Tony Stewart just decided he didn't feel like turning and went up into Kurt Busch and Michael McDowell. I'm going to stop using my controller because I can't modulate the thing. So he went up into them, and he slowed down in front of me, and I got into the back of him, and it got me completely sideways. And I came back up the track and up into the wall. And then I kept coming down because I didn't see AJ Allmendinger coming up behind me, so I was gonna tuck in behind Clint Boyer. AJ runs into me, spins me out. AJ overcorrects, comes up the track, head on into the wall, and gets absolutely annihilated by Greg Biffle. Dale Jr. gets airborne. So now we're gonna go to the tail camera. So Junior's getting airborne. People are getting collected. We're gonna go to this camera. So big pile up here on the backstretch. More cars piling in. And as you can see, Paul Menard starts to get airborne. And he just pops up in the air. Just completely in the air. At this point, he is completely... Game. Come on, game. Come on, game. God. Hold on. Photo mode. Okay, well, it's not letting me go to photo mode, but as you can see, he is completely up in the air. He's completely off the ground. And at this point, like 4 cars have DNF'd. As you can see, Brian Vickers is on fire. There's some other cars on fire. So he comes down, lands on his bumper. Oh, no, that's Trevor Bayne on fire. And he starts to flip and lands on top of Greg Biffle. Bounces in the air. He lands on him. Boing. Bounces. And lands on the ground. And I wish I could go to photo mode. I don't know why. I was able to a minute ago. But literally, keep in mind, at this point, I'm in 17th place. 17th on back has wrecked. And now I spin down the track in front of Josh Wise. And bang, they wreck. I slide up into the wall. And I take off. And everyone follows behind me. Let's watch this all in real time one more time. So Tony Stewart is going to go up the track into Kurt Busch and Michael McDowell. He slows down. I hit him. I go sliding. I come back across the track into the wall. Come down into AJ Allmendinger. He spins out. He overcorrects, goes head on into the wall in front of Greg Biffle. People pop into the air. And then Paul Bernard goes flying. And a huge pileup ensues. What's 43 minus 16? Like 27. So a 27 car pileup that was. And it's all, keep in mind, that is all because Jamie McMurray decided to wreck Matt Kenseth coming out of pit road. Let's view results. Alright, so Jimmy Johnson gets the win. Matt Kenseth, who got wrecked in that last caution, he ends up getting second. I don't think he actually got wrecked. I think McMurray wrecked himself on Matt Kenseth or something. I don't really remember. Denny Hamlin third. Ricky Stenhouse fourth. Kyle Busch fifth. Jeff Gordon sixth. Ryan Newman seventh. David Reagan eighth. Carl Edwards ninth. Kevin Harvick 10th. That's a pretty decent top 10 right there. I got 17th. Tony Stewart, who caused all that shit on the last lap, he gets 15th. Dale Jr. I thought he had the most laps led. Did I? Who had the most laps led? I think I actually had the most laps led. But My rival Greg Biffle, 22nd. He had like one or two cars on top of him in that wreck. Danica Patrick was in second for a lot of the race. She ends up 27th. McDowell led several laps. He ends up 28th. Ryan Blaney, who had the fastest lap, he ends up 29th. McMurray, who was the whole reason any of that happened and is the whole reason I lost, ends up 30th. And wait, how did they DNF? God, these guys suck. How do you finish behind guys that DNF'd? Justin Allgaier, Trevor Bayne, and Michael Waltrip all DNF'd. And behind them is Bobby Labonte, Josh Wise, and Michael Annett. How do y'all finish behind guys who literally DNF'd? How are you 8 laps down? How did y'all end up in that situation? See, I wrecked Josh Wise and someone else at the end because I didn't want them passing me. Because I wanted to, like, keep my 17th or whatever I was in. But I didn't even need to because they were 7 laps down. Alright. Denny Hamlin. Alright, so I stayed the points leader. The points are messed up. I'm going to try to figure out the top 10 in a minute. But me and Greg Biffle are still top 2 in points. So now me, Jimmy Johnson, Greg Biffle, and that's who it was, Dale Jr. Have won the races so far this season. And we're all top 10 in points. And why? Since when do I drive to 22? So that was a fun race. Bristol and Richmond are gonna suck. Don't want to do those, but I will. I'm gonna have face cam for Bristol, cause this guy told me to. So, and I just got a new tripod, and I can actually, or never mind. But yeah, I just got a new tripod, so that should be good. So top 10 in points is me, Greg Biffle, in order by the way. Me, Greg Biffle, Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, Ryan Newman, Tony Stewart, Clint Boyer, Casey Kane, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Carl Edwards. That is the top 10 in points so far. Alright. So, Bristol's up next. And I'll see y'all for that.
What do I press to shoot now? Okay, let's see, let's try. What? You stupid nigga!